So I know a lot of you guys were disappointed with the changes to Echidna. You were disappointed that there weren't enough nerfs. You guys wanted some mech nerfs. You guys wanted some HP nerfs. And they didn't give it to us. And then later in the day, to slap us in the face, they actually went and nerfed Echidna in Korea. And were like, hey, why didn't we get some of these changes? Some of these changes are actually really good that we wanted, and you're not giving it to us over here in the West. Well, to my surprise, and I guess maybe not surprise, Amazon actually did end up implementing the nerfs that they put into Korea, but they just didn't list it in the patch notes for some reason. I mean, I guess I wouldn't put it past Amazon to mess up on this, but come on. This is a huge deal. There was a lot that you missed there, and it just wasn't some typo or translation mistake. It was literally lines of text missing. I mean, I guess I should have understood the kind of theme that we were going with this mistranslation here, or typo, where they wrote Whispers of Seduction here instead of Dominance of Seduction, which got me confused. But hey, at least we got the updates, right? But I wanted to today go over some of those updates that they made in Korea that came over here that weren't really documented in this patch. So looking over here, we can see that in Echidna Gate 2, Echidna's health has been lowered. And in addition to that, the damage inflicted by charmed characters has also been changed and lowered. Now, both of these changes by themselves are actually huge because of the way the boss works. Because Echidna's health has been lowered, that means you're spending a lot less time fighting her, which means there's a lot less opportunity for you to get hit by charm stacks or get them stacking up, which makes the overall fight easier. And now, in addition to that, when somebody is charmed, you're not just getting one shot by them, especially if they're like a soul eater or something, doing a huge AoE, you're taking a lot less damage. You're probably not going to get one shot by them anymore. Now that just covers the general changes to Echidna for both normal mode and hard mode. And when it comes to the hard mode changes specifically, they actually went and did two things regarding to her health. Again, overall reducing the amount of health that she has. The first thing is that they actually went and made it so that the health that she recovers after she goes to 0 bar is less. So that 0 bar mech part, you actually have to deal less damage to her because she has less health overall. And in addition to that, if you fail a counter, she also recovers less HP. So that fight, while it used to be extremely tight down there, is actually now a lot easier to do. Now, how good were these changes? Well, I didn't do a hard Echidna today because my normal hard Echidna static doesn't really run today, but I did do some normal Echidna, and I will have to say that run was so much easier compared to before. The biggest difference that I definitely noticed was one, the Dragon's Breath in Gate 1. That does so much less damage now, and it doesn't knock you up, which is great. But also, I figured out and saw what they meant by the fly trap mechanic being a little bit more, I guess, lenient in Gate 2. When it says right here, increase the cycle timing when fly traps are created by Echidna, what that means is after you get, the initial fly trap, right? When the support tanks that, you need to walk to the side. And those fly traps, the spawn rate of those fly traps is so much slower, so you have a lot more time to run back to the center to the original fly trap and not get eaten by the outside fly traps. So that is so much easier. But the one thing that has changed as a result of this is that you can't actually leave the area immediately after the fly trap mech finishes. You actually have to wait a little bit longer, or else when you walk outside of that area, more fly traps will spawn again. So that is kind of the one big difference that you have to do. But overall, it is so much more lenient. On top of that, the duration of the Whispers of Seduction, that is also huge. A lot of people definitely got turned a lot in the past, and with this change, I see those stacks burning down so quickly. So anybody who gets turned on accident, especially at the top on the first level of Echidna, I don't think really has an excuse anymore, unless maybe they get knocked into some puddle or some pool or something like that. Other than that, you really are just greeting way, way too much. And while we did get the stealth changes to Echidna, it doesn't seem like we got every single change that was listed in the KR patch. For example, I went into solo mode and I actually looked at this little buff, it's okay to be alone. I think it's called self-reliant in our version. And in Korea, they added it so that you actually get combat resources when you get this buff. But unfortunately, in our version, we don't get that yet. So perhaps these changes are going to be coming in a future patch, but we don't know. But that is about it. I'm glad that they actually had these changes in, and I hope AGS in the future has a more accurate patch notes for their future updates, I guess. Hopefully you guys enjoy this update. Let me know down in the comment section below if your clear in Echidna has gone higher. And as always, if you liked this video, please remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications. And also, I stream on Twitch every single day at twitch.tv/BSoXtrio. So hopefully I see you guys there, but if not, hopefully I'll see y'all on the next video. All right, guys, peace.